Welcome to Open Air Living, your go-to destination for all things outdoor spaces, garden beauty, and serene escapes. Today's video is all about vintage courtyard garden inspiration, packed with timeless charm and elegant ideas to transform your small backyard or porch into a classic outdoor haven. If you're dreaming of a cozy corner filled with climbing roses, weathered furniture, and antique pots, you're in the right place. Whether you have a small courtyard or a petite porch, these ideas will help you infuse your space with old-world elegance. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and drop a comment below telling us your favorite styling tip or what your dream courtyard looks like. Let's dive into the romance of vintage garden living. One of the cornerstones of a vintage garden is celebrating the beauty of age and wear. That means incorporating elements with a natural patina, like rusted iron gates, moss-covered urns, and distressed terracotta pots. Rather than striving for perfection, the vintage aesthetic thrives on character. Look for secondhand finds or let your current pieces weather naturally outdoors for that authentic charm. Aged materials add texture and history to your space, making it feel lived in and romantic. Let your garden tell a story of time past and memories made. A vintage courtyard wouldn't be complete without classic outdoor furniture. Think wrought iron bistro sets, wooden benches with flaking paint, or a wicker chair with a faded cushion. Scour flea markets or thrift stores for unique pieces that speak to a bygone era. Even mismatched chairs and tables can create a charming, collected over time look. Top it all off with lace tablecloths, embroidered cushions, or floral seat pads to add layers of soft, cottage-style coziness. Nothing evokes a vintage mood like lush greenery climbing over old walls or trellises. English ivy, climbing roses, and clematis are all classic choices for an enchanting backdrop. Use arched trellises or vintage iron obelisks to guide your plants upwards. This not only saves space but also adds vertical interest to small courtyards. The interplay of architecture and nature creates a romantic atmosphere that transforms even the smallest corner into a lush escape. Aged stone or brick pathways are a must for vintage garden charm. Whether it's a winding trail through your backyard or a simple walkway to a bench, natural stone adds storybook appeal. Let moss and creeping thyme grow between the cracks for that secret garden vibe. These little details bring the path to life and soften hard surfaces. Consider irregular shapes or reclaimed materials for a more organic, aged appearance. Perfection isn't the goal, character is. Classic gardens are painted in soft, romantic colors. Think blush pinks, lavender purples, creamy whites, and dusty blues. These hues lend a calming, nostalgic feel. Use flowers like peonies, hydrangeas, hollyhocks, and delphiniums to fill your space with seasonal beauty. Mix heights and textures to mimic Old English garden. Even if your space is limited, containers and raised beds can create layered plantings that feel lush and full. Terracotta pots, galvanized tubs, enamel basins. These rustic containers add immediate charm. The more weathered they are, the better. Cluster different sizes and shapes around your space for a casually elegant look. Don't be afraid to let some plants spill over the edges. It adds to the cottage feel. For extra style points, mix in urns, milk crates, or even an old drawer filled with succulents or herbs. Carve out an intimate sitting area using a small bench, vintage chair, or even a swing. The key is to create a space that invites you to slow down and enjoy. Frame the nook with flowering shrubs or potted plants to give it a sense of privacy and seclusion. Add a soft throw blanket or pillow for comfort. These cozy corners can become your favorite place to read, sip tea, or simply unwind among nature. Don't underestimate the power of small decorative touches. Items like garden statues, antique lanterns, or bird baths add layers of interest and charm. These accessories act as focal points and conversation starters. Look for vintage finds or recreate the look with aged finishes and classical shapes. Let them nestle among your plants or serve as eye-catching accents near seating areas or pathways. In a vintage garden, almost anything can become decor. An old ladder becomes a plant stand. A window shutter becomes a trellis. A watering can turn into a flower pot. The beauty of this style lies in its creativity. You're not just decorating, you're curating a space filled with character and purpose. Scour estate sales or salvage yards for items that can be lovingly reused and repurposed into your outdoor decor. In a vintage courtyard, scent is just as important as sight. Roses, lavender, sweet alyssum, and jasmine can fill your garden with old-fashioned fragrance. Place these plants near windows, doorways, or seating areas where you'll pass by and enjoy their scent often. The result is an immersive experience that brings back memories and makes your garden feel like a living, breathing extension of your home. Incorporate painted wooden fences, shutters, or arbors in soft, faded tones like sage green, cream, or robin's egg blue. These colors evoke classic garden cottages. Don't be afraid of peeling paint. It adds charm. If you're painting new wood, consider distressing it a bit for that time-worn. These details frame your plants and flowers while adding structure and style to your outdoor layout. Twinkling string lights, antique lanterns, or solar-powered candles create a warm, ambient glow perfect for evenings in the garden. Use lighting to highlight key features. Perhaps a sculpture, a pathway, or a floral arch. Soft light enhances the vintage atmosphere after dark. Opt for warm-tone bulbs and low-intensity fixtures to maintain the intimate and cozy feel. Mirrors aren't just for indoors. Hang an old, distressed mirror on a courtyard wall to reflect greenery and expand the sense of space. Choose frames with vintage detail. Wooden, wrought iron, or weathered metal all add to the aesthetic. These reflections not only make small spaces feel larger, but also add a touch of whimsical elegance. Instead of hiding your tools, consider displaying them as part of the decor. Hang antique trowels, spades, or watering cans on a fence or wall. Not only are they handy when you need them, but they also contribute to the garden's authentic, old-fashioned. You can even paint a small pegboard in a pastel color and hang tools with handwritten labels for added charm. A small shed or storage bench can double as a focal point when styled with vintage charm. Add flower boxes, lace curtains, or a weathered door for instant character. Use the shed to house tools, pots, and supplies, but don't neglect the outside. Treat it like a mini cottage within your courtyard. You could even create a potting station outside the shed with old tables and garden shelving. Add a small fountain, bird bath, or even a repurposed stone basin to bring the soothing sound of water into your courtyard. Vintage-style fountains with cherubs, urns, or lion heads fit perfectly into this aesthetic. Not only do they add a tranquil vibe, but they also attract birds and pollinators, making your garden feel alive. Swap out decorations with the seasons: wicker baskets of dried lavender in summer, vintage lanterns in autumn, or pine boughs in winter. This keeps your space fresh and engaging all year round, while still staying true to the vintage theme. You can even change out cushions or tablecloths with seasonal floral prints to subtly refresh the look. Add vintage charm to your garden by growing herbs and edible flowers in classic containers. Think rosemary in a cracked terracotta pot, or pansies in a painted tea tin. A small herb ladder or vintage shelf stocked with thyme, mint, and basil can double as decor and culinary inspiration. This ties the beauty of the garden to your kitchen and encourages daily interaction with your outdoor space. Your vintage courtyard should reflect you. Add personalized touches like hand-painted signs, old family heirlooms, or framed botanical prints. Monogram pillows or a chalkboard with seasonal quotes can make your space feel like a unique retreat. The more of your personality you infuse, the more meaningful and magical your vintage garden becomes. Thanks so much for joining us today on Open Air Living. We hope this vintage courtyard garden inspiration sparks some fresh ideas for your own outdoor space. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below letting us know your favorite element or what you're planning to try. Until next time, keep creating beauty in your outdoor spaces, and remember, every garden has a story to tell.